Welcome, Virgo, to your September reading at Milk and Honey Tarot Therapy. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching. I've been around 17 years. I'm an intuitive energy healer, therapist, formally trained executive coach, and love to work one-on-one. So if you're interested in going deeper, watch the video and check out the information below and how you can reach me. And this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So be sure and watch all of those videos. Sometimes one will resonate with you more than the other. And let's get to this, Virgo, and see where the energies are for September for you. Okay. So much happened in August with astrologically, if you were paying attention, the North and South node changing signs, the eclipses, so many things moving people out of comfort zones into new directions. And this first card coming out for you is the Six of Swords. And this is about moving to a new horizon, if you will, but leaving difficult, the rough waters behind. Smooth waters are in the future. If things were challenging for you recently, whether it was in work, career, a relationship, might be time for you to leave. Six is always a number of harmony and peace. So you're moving away from something difficult, away from something that wasn't working. Um, Time with, again, that's all about leaving the South Node, is the comfort zone, the things, that need to be eclipsed out of our lives are moving, and we're going forward. And you're going forward with everything you need, the lessons you've learned. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas, your decisions. You're taking what's important with you, whether it's people, things, and you're going forward in a new direction. And for some of you, it's a brand new beginning. We've got the Full card, Major Arcana. Full, this is that 0 point energy of the beginning of the beginning. All is possible. This Fool is excited. He's happy. He's untethered. So maybe you've left behind some burdens, some weights and difficulties, and you're stepping out in a brand new direction. There's always a caution with the Fool card that, if you're going to jump in the pool, make sure there's water in it, kind of thing, which is why it's called the Fool card, because new beginnings sometimes are pulling us into a new direction where we haven't been before. And there are potential risks. So it is about, the message it would be, take some calculated risk. If you're taking risks, do your homework, tune in to spirit, get your guidance, get clarity, make sure it is the path that you're meant to go on. But looks like it's going to be, for many of you, a move in the right direction that is going to help you just step out and expand horizons, get into a little more happy, carefree existence. Maybe you're leaving a job that was drudgery, or a living situation that was just heavy and hard, and it was just time to go. And this card coming out is another um, six of wands. So we've got two sixes. So that energy of six is really showing up for you, Virgo, which is harmony, peace. This is a great card of getting recognized for something. Maybe you're taking a new role where you're going to be recognized for your talents and your abilities. And, there's getting this also could mean getting a good news about something, a message. Wands have to do with communication. You might be waiting for that phone call or email or text. It's going to give you good news. Sometimes this is all also can mean a wedding. Just putting that out there for those of you who are looking at this as a relationship reading, and it's going to resonate with different people different ways, and what's most pressing in your life right now. This definitely is a good relationship card. This victory after some difficulty. Celebration, that's where the wedding part comes in. Maybe some of you are starting to celebrate some really good news because you've been through some things. We've got this next card, the Nine of Wands, and this is about resiliency, um, triumph over, that the Six of Wands is definitely triumph over difficulties and battles and challenges. But you're in a good position. You're resilient, you're strong. This man's got a little bandage around his head. He's been through some things. So you may have been through a difficult period, a difficult phase or cycle, but you're resilient. If you aren't feeling that way now, that's what's around the corner. You're going to start to get back your sense of who you are, why you're here, what you're meant to do, who you're meant to do it with, who is supposed to be in your world at this time. And some of the other cards coming out that really, the different decks I use, I love the consistency as they tell a story of what the message is. And then as a general reading, it really just resonates. And if it, like I said, if it doesn't, watch your moon and rising sign. If this is you're watching as a sun sign, here on this deck we've got release. So some of you are definitely cutting things away. Things are being released from your life. Maybe it was your choice, maybe it wasn't your choice. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that you're turning a corner. You're going into a new direction that's going to be much more positive, inspiring, productive, and successful. It's going to feel like this. It's going to feel like home. If where you were in your career, in a job, in a business, in a relationship, a living situation didn't feel right, and it's being cut away, what's trying to show up for you is that feeling that you belong, that feels like home, that's, everything just works. It doesn't have to be that hard. And where are we going with the other cards, which are also lining up with this, is this deck is saying clean it up. And this is about decluttering. It's not like your house is a mess, clean it up. It's decluttering your life, clean out the things. I mean, for some of you, literally, from I dabble in the feng shui as well. It might literally mean declutter your home. Very often, when we're trying to get guidance or things and the home is cluttered, it blocks the energies. So maybe there's a literal interpretation for some of you, but the other, it's clean up the things that don't belong in your life, the people, the places, the things that are keeping you from moving forward. Clean those up. And as you do, you're going to take time to make a new um, take time making this decision. So for some of you, there is a decision at hand. Maybe you haven't left the thing that's not serving you anymore. Maybe you haven't. The energies of August, the eclipses, the astrology is bringing us a decision to the surface, and you need to take your time. That's the message there, is take the time to tune in, get your guidance. And this is coming up too, time. Take that time. For some of you, don't rush ahead is the message, unless you already know, unless you've already got that deep inner knowing, green light guidance that feels so right. Um, so with the full card, that message might be you're starting to get some ideas. Maybe you're thinking about a new relationship. You're thinking about leaving something behind and starting something new, but take your time. And I'm speaking to Virgos, so that is your wheelhouse, is taking time, being methodical, being grounded, being almost calculated. And I don't say that in a negative way. It is being careful and looking at all sides of things. You may benefit from, you know, working with somebody, working on your health. We've got this card, improving your health. Whatever, some of you, what hasn't been working has started to wear on you physically. Maybe you aren't sleeping well. Maybe it's the stress is causing you to eat poorly or not exercise enough. And I don't get this is a huge message about health, but improving health and making the decisions and choices to change some lifestyle habits might be coming through for you. And that's going to help you raise your vibration. It's going to help you manifest from a higher position, a higher frequency. Um, and maybe you need to work with people that are going to help. Maybe it's just listening to these videos. Helpful people, um, mystic healer. So some of you may really benefit from working with, maybe you already have a go-to Reiki healer, energy healer. I certainly can work on the energy side and use metaphysical tools and quickly get people. And I've been blessed to work with people all over the world, really, from this channel, having it since 2017 and meeting the most amazing people and helping them get unstuck or work through painful emotions, trauma. There's a whole history of things that as we're ascending, as we're evolving, as we're growing, we got to work through those negative emotions. For those of you wondering, what this new path might be, it's going to be a great path. You're going to have some luck come your way, this beautiful four-leaf clover, synchronicity, serendipity, synchronicities. Things are going to start to fall into place. Even if your energy work, you know how to do some of that on your own, do it. That's the message. Begin to work on the physical and the metaphysical, and you're going to start to just radiate a higher frequency, manifest from a higher place, make better choices, because there is something better. There is something better that's coming in. It's going to be this great adventure. It's positive. Look at this. You've got two cards here. The first one and this one, we're moving forward over water, right? And this is take a risk, venture forward. So you got risks with the full card. So for some of you, which might be hard as a Virgo, you are being asked to go out and take a little bit of a risk, leaving something behind. And it's always hard to leave your comfort zone, even if you know what that comfort zone is not working, it's not lighting you up or fulfilling you, or it's not in your life purpose, or you're not using your gifts, talents, and abilities to the way you want to use them. There is a risk involved in what you might be considering doing, and that might be why some of you are getting the message to do some energy work. Get yourself in a receptive place to get divine guidance, whether it's coming through your own meditations and prayers or journaling, getting out in nature, changing, cleaning up your diet a little bit if you need to eat cleaner, drink less, things like that will help you with that receptivity. And then trust the process that there is something better, and you're going to head towards something that's going to feel more like home or where you belong. Um, and again, this could be a relationship for some of you. Stay positive, use your imagination, maybe do a vision board, think positive, get your thoughts. If you've drifted towards sort of negative thinking, feeling like nothing was ever going to change, nothing was going to improve, there's been lots of delays this summer for a lot of people with the astrology. Things just weren't moving forward, and that's easy. It's so easy to get discouraged or get negative. But as you think positive thoughts, you will create and manifest positive results. And use your imagination. For some of you, maybe you really do need to journal or do a vision board or put something in front of you around your work or your mirror that just reminds you of your goal, reminds you of what you're wanting, what you're trying to manifest. And take your time. It's okay with this risk. I get for some of you, you're really maybe wrestling with some fears, some doubt, FUD, as they say. Um, and so it's okay to take your time. It's okay to work with somebody or go back to your energy tools and resources that are really good go-tos for you. And as you do, if you've been feeling like things were dead in the water, so to speak, if you're a sailor, which I grew up sailing a lot. Um, you're not dead in the water. You haven't run aground. You are rejuvenating. You're rejuvenating first. For some of you, your health is getting rejuvenated. Maybe you're rejuvenating an old dream, an old passion. You might be rejuvenating a relationship that you thought was dead, or something that is you just thought wasn't going to work out. You'd almost given up. And then you need to shift into this positive energy that something is coming back to life. And it's, some of you, it could just take that and how it resonates with you for your situation. Something is coming back to life. You do need to stay positive. You need to whether it's affirmations or just the metaphysical energy that puts you in receiving mode, and that you stay positive, you stay encouraged, because here's this next card, Gates of Triumph. You're going to triumph in this situation, even if you haven't in the past. Success expands in your life. You're going to start to see a movement in the right direction. Look at the beautiful, outside of this doorway or this space, which is kind of dark, like a cave. Maybe you felt like you've been in a cave lately. You've got the sun coming up, this beautiful, inviting, encouraging path forward that it's just glowing, and you're going to get that light, get that sense of direction glowing, not just on your path, but on you, your purpose, your plans, and you can step out into that new beginning and feel light, carefree, untethered, just happy. And in this card, the yellow in the background in the tarot always represents higher consciousness. So it's getting into the higher consciousness that takes the risk from being um, the risk of a fool, so to speak, versus that calculated, divinely guided risk. Um, that's okay, where you feel safe and know that moving in that new path, be it a relationship, a career, maybe some of you are thinking about starting a business. You want to leave working for somebody else, and it's been stressful, it's been difficult, you feel like this, but you're resilient, and you've been through it, and you've learned things, and you've gained experience, and now it's time to go into this new path, smooth waters, calm waters, not the rough waters. You're leaving those behind. You've got great new adventure. The wind is behind your sail. It's propelling you in the right direction. And there's a great adventure ahead of you. So for some of you, I get, if you're wrestling with a decision, yes, it's okay to take your time, but know on the other side of that process, and maybe some healing work or vision work, you're stepping out. When you get the green light and the clarity, don't waste it. If your intuition comes through with some guidance, don't waste that. Step out. I was just listening to a video this morning about how we'll get these intuitive messages, but we're scared to honor them. And then we look back and we think, God, I was getting great. And there was something about that opportunity or that guidance that we missed out on. That's okay. We've got, every day is a new day, and we can start over and we can learn from that. But I do get, for some of you, if you start to get intuitive guidance, take it. Don't wait. Once the green light turns green, take that guidance and go. So hopefully that resonated with some of you Virgos. And if you'd like to go deeper, if you want to reach me for one-on-one work, or just a reading, brief or more in depth, you can check out my information below. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you're new, commenting, it does help the channel and the algorithms, and helps me get back out there in a bigger way. And I will see you next time.